For this tutorial, these are the fabrics you'll be needing. First, here I have a cord lace, and what I have here is about 1.5 yard. Then I have this doll face, which I'll also be using for the lining, and I got 2 yards for this. This right here is a baby net, and for the baby net for this particular tutorial I got just 3 yards. Another thing which I didn't show here is the hard net, which you'll be using to make the gown to ball properly, so make sure you get your hard net also. Now let's proceed to draft out the pattern. For the pattern, I'm making this for a 1-year-old, so I'm going to be using a 1-year-old's measurement. I already have a tutorial on my channel on size chart. I'll be putting a link in the description box and also in the comment section, so you can click to watch that. Know the age you are making for and use the size accordingly. The neck width for a 1-year-old is 2 inches. I'm going to mark 2 inches here and also come down by 2 inches, and I'll connect this with a curve to get my neckline. Mark half of your shoulder measurement here. For a 1-year-old, I'll be using 4.2 inches. I'm going to come down from that point by 0.2 inch to get the shoulder slope and connect this back into the neck width. For the armhole depth for a 1-year-old, I'll be using 3.2 inches. So from the shoulder slope, I'm going to mark down 3.2 inches. I'm going to place my tape there at the starting line down to this point, and I have about 4.2 inches. So I'm just going to mark that across to get a straight line. This right here is the chest line. We don't need any bust line measurement for a baby cloth. Also on this chest line, I'll be marking half of the shoulder measurement. This is to enable us to get a straight line into the shoulder slope. Also place your tape there at the shoulder line and mark down your shoulder to your waist measurement. What I'm using here is 7 inches. Connect this together with a straight line. On the chest line here, we are going to be dividing the chest measurement by 4. For a 1-year-old, I'll be using 20 inches, and that divided by 4, I'll be marking 5 inches here. I'll be adding 1 extra inch for seam allowance. Take what you have there on the chest line and you'll be marking the same thing on the waistline. This is because this is a baby clothes and we don't need it to be too fitted, and at the end of the day we are still going to have belt here, which is going to help to give fitting. So just mark the same thing and connect it with a straight line. Take what you have from the shoulder slope to the chest line and divide that by 2 like this, coming from that point by 0.2 inches. Now you're going to connect this point, and this point together to get your armhole curve. Just connect what you have from that point into your allowance. And that's pretty much just it for the front pattern, guys. I'll just also be adding my seam allowance to this bottom part. I'll be adding a seam allowance of 0.5 inch to attach to the lower part of the dress. And coming to the shoulder here, just add about 0.2 inches. The reason why is because around the shoulder side, we don't need so much allowance, so it doesn't look too big around that area. And while stitching down, make sure you stitch down using 0.5 inch. Now go ahead and cut this out just like I'm doing here. This is actually quite easy. At this point, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit on the subscribe button. We'll be using this to cut out the back pattern, and to cut out the back pattern, all you need to do first is to rule out your zipper allowance. I'll be using a zipper allowance of 1 inch, and you can see here that I've already ruled out the line. And then you're going to place your front pattern on the zipper allowance line like this. Make sure you connect a straight line from this point here into the zipper allowance. Now go ahead and cut it out just like I'm doing here. And that's it. You can see that we have the back pattern, and you can notice that we do not do any zipper contour here or whatsoever. Like I said earlier, this is a baby clothes. There's going to be belt, which when you tie at the end of the day is going to help to give fitting, so you don't need any zipper contouring. Now I'm going to proceed to cut this out on my fabric. For the front, make sure that you cut it on fold, and you can see here that I have my lace and I have 2 doll face. This is because I'm using one for the lining. Now on this doll face here, you're going to be putting your hemming gum. Okay, when you put your hemming gum, you're going to place the lace on top of it and you're going to give it a good press for them to stick together. We'll be doing the same thing for the back piece. Take out the lining. You put your hemming gum, place your lace on it, and you give this a good press. Make sure you do this on both sides. So after doing that, this is what we have. Now we are going to join the front and the back at the shoulder, so that is why I'm placing it like this. I'm just going to pin it down at the shoulders, and we're going to stitch this down using 1/2 inch stitching allowance. Make sure that the same thing you are doing to your main fabric is what you are doing to your lining. After doing that, you can see here that I've given it a good press. Make sure you give a good press after each sewing. This is going to help your outfits to come out really nice. The next thing we are going to do here is to place the lining and the fabric right sides facing each other like this. We are going to stitch it down around the neckline using 1/2 inch, and I'll also be closing off the armhole using 1/2 inch because we will not be attaching any sleeves to this dress. Remember that we'll be inserting our zipper at the back here, so make sure you leave about 1 or 1.5 inch before you stitch down the neckline. So make sure that you trim off excess, but be careful while doing this, and then make sure you notch around curved stitches on your neckline and around your armhole. Turn this over to the right side just like I'm doing here. Make sure you give this a really good press. So after giving it a good press, you can see how beautiful this came out. The next thing we are going to do here is we are going to close the sides. And to close the sides, all you need to do is to make sure you place the front and the back main fabric together and the linings together, just like I'm doing here. I'll just be pinning this down, and I'm going to stitch it down using the stitching allowance I used, which is 1 inch. I'm just going to repeat the same thing on this other side so you understand what I'm doing. So after stitching it down, this is what we should have, and you can see here that we have an inseam finish. So you can see here that I've done that, and you'll notice that I inserted my belt. I'm really sorry I didn't film that part. I was trying to meet up with the deadline for this outfit. I didn't want to disappoint my client. Anyways, all I did was just to make my belt and insert it between my main fabrics while stitching it down, and voila, we have our belt inserted. Now the next thing we'll be doing is to attach the lower part of this dress, and to do that you will be taking the measurement of what you have around your waistline, and right here I have 23.5 inches. To cut the lower part, I have my doll face here, and you can see that I already folded it into 2. I'll be cutting a 180 degree for this. After folding it into 2, you can see that my doll face here is folded into 2. You're still going to pick it up from this far side to create like a triangle and fold it this way. Okay, just do it exactly like I've done mine here, and taking the measurement of what I have here to be sure that it's going to be enough for the length that I want to use, because the length of this particular outfit is like 20 inches. So I already have from my shoulder to my waistline 7 inches. So whatever I have left to be about 13 inches, which should be enough for the length of my dress. Now what we are going to do here is to divide what we have around the waist by the 180 formula. The 180 degree formula is 3.14. okay, and what I had around my waistline, I'm going to divide it by this 3.14, and whatever I get, I'm going to be adding 1 extra inch to that, because I would like to gather this a little to give more fullness to this dress, and I'll be marking this at 7.2 inches. I'll mark this all around and connect together. Now I'm going to measure what I have from that point to this point here, and you can see I have 12 inches, which is okay for the length, and I'm going to mark from this point all the way around and connect it together. Now proceed to cut this out. I'll just be trimming off the rough edge here. What we just cut out now is the lining, and we'll be sewing our hard net on it. We'll be cutting out the main fabric, and we'll just be repeating the same thing that we did for the lining. The only difference here is that this one is going to be longer than the lining. The lining is always supposed to be shorter by about 1 or 2 inches. So I'm just going to proceed to cut this out. So to attach this to the upper part, you can see that the waistline is way bigger than that of the upper part. That is why I added extra 1 inch so I can gather it to give more fullness. So I'm just going to run a loose stitch here on the waistline, and I'm going to gather it. To gather this, you just need to pull on one thread and gather it to fit what you have on the upper part of your waistline. Next thing here is to cut out our net. To cut the net, what I am using is 2 yards. I'm just going to fold this into 2 and further fold it into 2 again. The reason why I'm folding it is because I don't want it to be so transparent. I want the net to be, fuller. So taking the measurement from my shoulder to waist is 7 inches, right? So I'm just trying to make sure that whatever I have here is going to be enough for the length of my dress, which is going to be. So on this top here, I'm going to run a loose stitch and gather it to what I have on the waistline of my upper bodice. So after doing that, you can see what I have here. Also make sure that you open the lower part of this net, because you know that we folded it, so it's definitely joined together. So make sure you open it up. We are going to attach this and the net together at the waistline to make it one. So after doing this, the next thing we are going to do is to attach the upper and the lower part together. All we'll be doing here is just to place it right sides facing each other like this. Make sure it's just the main fabric to the main fabric like I'm doing here. Pin it down all the way around and stitch this down using half-inch stitching allowance. After doing this is what you should have. The next thing I'm going to do here is to just use my cord lace to design the lower part of this dress. And while doing this, make sure you put it on just the first nets, okay, because we have different layers of net here, so you don't need to use all the net. Just bring out the one in front, and that is what you're going to use. Make sure you leave 1 inch at the side here for your seam allowance before you start placing your cord lace. So I'm just going to pin this all the way around. You can decide to play with this design and do what you would like or what would look beautiful. I'll be using hemming gum to iron this down to put it in place first. After ironing it, this is what I have. The next thing you're going to make sure to do is to tack this at different points to make sure that this stays in place, okay? I use my machine to do this because I did not have the patience for thread and needle. After doing that, the next thing we'll be working on is the lining, okay, to attach the lower part of the lining and the upper parts together. So this is my lining here, and the first thing you're going to do is to come down from the waistline by about 1 inch before we attach our hard net, okay? This is because the hard net shouldn't start all the way from the waistline. So this is the hard net I'll be using here, and for the length I have about 5 inches. I just made sure the hard net is very long, okay? I just made sure it's very long. Before you start attaching the hard net, make sure you leave 1 inch at this side here for seam allowance. So what you'll be doing here basically is just to pleat it for fullness. So you're going to pleat it on this line that you drew here for fullness, and you're going to repeat it for like 3 to 4 different steps. After doing that, you can see that I have 3 steps here, and the difference or the distance between one net to another, it's about 1.5 to 2 inches. So make sure you do the same thing. After doing that, I'll be attaching this to the lining, and basically to do this is just to place it right sides facing each other because you want the net to be hidden inside. So just go ahead and pin this down on the waistline and stitch it down using half-inch seam allowance. Now this is what you should have. You can see that everything is looking beautiful. The next thing we are going to do here is to close the zipper, the back part of the dress. So to do this, you're just going to separate it this way. Make sure you place the lining to lining and fabric to fabric, okay? So I'm just going to pin this down. I'm going to determine where I want my zipper to stop. I'll be using about 10.5 inch. Then from this point, I'm going to stitch it down using 1 inch seam allowance, and here on this point we are going to attach our zipper. I'll do the same thing on the lining. So you can see here that I've stitched it down. I've just turned this over to the right side and I'm going to fix my zipper. Remember that we left 1 inch here, so make sure that you open it up because we are attaching the zipper only to the main fabric first, and we are going to use our lining to turn it later. I'm just pinning this down. We'll stitch this down using 1 inch seam allowance. I'll turn this over to the wrong side to also pin to the other side. So after stitching this down, you can see what I have there on my zipper. To finish this off, I'm going to turn this over to the right side. Open up my zipper and I'm going to use the lining to turn everything. So first is this neckline. I'm going to pin it down here. We are going to stitch this using 1/2 inch, and I'm also going to pin down this side here all the way to the length of the zipper. So first you stitch this place, you finish up the neckline using 1/2 inch, and then you're going to stitch down the side all the way to the length of the zipper. Okay, and you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. I'm really sorry that I wasn't able to film after I was done doing this. This is because I was in a hurry and I had to deliver to this client, and that's pretty much just it. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Please do let me know in the comment section, and if you have any questions you can leave it there in the comment section and I'll be attending to that. I'll be seeing you guys in my next tutorial.